Hello everybody and welcome to TEW 2016 Golden Standard Wrestling. This has been a series that's been going on my Twitch channel for a while. I wanted to move it over to YouTube, as a playback place for the streams, but it hasn't really worked out well that way, so I have to do it this way. So as you can see, we are in April of 2020. We are a small company, 26th in ranking. Got a pretty good amount of money, $15,000 profit, so we can just take a look at finance real quick. We were making a lot of money. I think back here we were doing one show a month. Started getting some more wrestlers as we got more money from the Alliance. Then the Alliance stopped making as much money for some reason, and then we moved to 2 shows a month in October. Then we lost some money, and then we started gaining money again, and then we moved on to ESPN, and we started getting TV revenue, which I can show you guys that. We are on ESPN, so we are getting some really good coverage there. We are on the graveyard shift, continually trying to get into a higher shift, or spot, rather. This is our schedule. Meltdown is monthly every Tuesday. January is setting the standards, which, let me make sure you guys can see this. I do have, hold on, let me change this. There we go. Alright, so I do have logos for everything. Gauntlet is right there. Rise Up, which we just got done with. Death Penalty. High Velocity. Carnage. Declaration. It's a pretty good one. Do or Die, which is our version of like Feast or Fired / Money in the Bank. Flipperversary, which is our biggest show of the year. Unbreakable. Reckoning. And Merry Flipmas, which this is going to change soon enough. And as far as our current roster goes, we have Adam Brooks, Alexis Kaufman, better known as Alexa Bliss. She is the manager to Pete Dunne, which I need to change that. I need to change her back to a manager, because she did have a match recently, and you guys will see that. Anthony Lacera, who has been on this roster since the beginning. Kobe Carino, Connor Claxton, Darby Allin, David Starr, Donovan Dijak, who has been our world champion for 16 months now. Dylan Miley, Eric Fenga, who is one of my viewers. Flip Gordon, Garen Martell, just a guy that the universe created, is our announcer. Jack Donaref, Jesse Vane, Jimmy Havoc, Jonah Rock, JT Dunn. Kento Kobashi is our road agent. Leo Rush, Matt Taven, Michael Carter, another one of my viewers. Michael Howell, another one of my viewers. Pete Dunne, Alexis Kaufman is his manager. Rich Swann, who's actually leaving us to go to Lucha Underground. Shane Mercer, Shelton Benjamin, who is me. I am the owner of the company. That's why it's called Golden Standard Wrestling, because Shelton is the Golden Standard. Schlack, who has become awful. He was with our company, got mad at us, left, and we brought him back, and he's not a good wrestler, doesn't put on good matches. Stephen Wolf, who is another one who has been with us since the beginning. Taz is our color commentator. The Boogeyman, who is not the Boogeyman you guys know. It's just one of the automated wrestlers that was created, and he did well in the Boogeyman gimmick, so we gave it to him. TJ Wilson, TK Cooper, TK O'Ryan, Tracy Williams, Travis Banks, and Tyler Bate. Now take a look at our titles. Just recently, we had Pete Dunne win that and the Gold's Finest Cup in the tournament. And then we have Donovan Dijak. 17 months. That's right, 17 months and running of defenses for Donovan Dijak. He's done a really good job as our champion. So we've had trouble taking it off of him. But most importantly, let's go into show history. So from the very beginning, literally called the beginning, we had a 24 rated show, and Jackson James won the World Heavyweight Championship. At that time it was called GSW, but that didn't it was already taken in the mod that I used. So it was easier just to change it to gold eventually. So then that was the main event. We had the Lacey's defeat Boo Sullivan and Schlack. Oh yeah, Schlack's also been here since the beginning, but he did leave at one point. Lacera defeated Wolf. Burger King defeated Steve Reno. We kind of used, for a long time, we used Shelton Benjamin as someone who opened up the show and closed it. As you guys can see, there's Shelton Benjamin again. A few more angles. Yeah, the thing where Jackson James and Shelton Benjamin kind of had a thing. Lacey defeated Brody King and Schlack. Stephen Wolf dodges an attack from Reed. Defeated Reed. Benjamin and Reed argue again. And then Jackson James defeats Lacera to retain. At Gold Reckoning in 2017, Shelton Benjamin opens the show as always because it gets good ratings sometimes. Actually got a 43. It's fun looking back at this because I haven't looked back at it in a while. Gabe Lacey, or the Lacey's defeated Lacera and Reed. Reed loses it and beats down Benjamin after the match. We were kind of setting up for that after I found out they weren't really good together with Shelton as his manager. Then Jackson James defeats Slack to retain the World Heavyweight title. Oh yeah, Schlack says he wants Jackson in a hardcore match, but Jackson says he only has 10 hardcore and that's bad for ratings. Schlack drops a pipe bomb and blames his shitty stats, says he wants his name on ice cream. I forgot about that too, that's funny. Basically this mod had really bad stats for the younger guys who were actually like known names, like Schlack, who works for CZW. And they just all have like the same base stats, so we had to change that a lot. And that's when this stuff started going better. Mary Flipmish, Shelton Benjamin, the Gold Standard will compete tonight against Myron Reed ratings. Anthony Lacera defeated Bull Sullivan by DQ. Lacera always wants to become champion. Schlack is back and menaces everyone because he has stats. He got what he asked for. Thanks, Pipe Bomb. Schlack defeated Marty Gilacey, Gabe Lacey in a hardcore match. We decided that Grayson Lacey looked a lot like the Heartbreak Kid, and that we were gonna have him and his quote-unquote twin that isn't really his twin for some reason. That's what the game calls them, is the Lacey twins. They're 5 years apart in age, but he looks like HBK. We're gonna have him be our HBK, and it all comes to a head at some point. Myron Reed defeated Shelton Benjamin in our best match so far. Grabs a mic and talks in the face of it down to Benjamin. I didn't really know what for him to say. Good night, everyone is just Shelton Benjamin getting more ratings. So the first year was, kind of up and down. Not really anything exciting happened, but 2018 is when it really started to pick up. Right at setting the standards, a 43 rated show. Shelton Benjamin, of course. David Starr came in to gold, and then Schlack defeated David Starr. Schlack starts yelling at fans because Menace Gurr. HBK and Marty Gillespie defeated Anthony Lacerra and Boo Sullivan. Lacey twins will rain down the law in gold. Grayson Lacey had a lawyer gimmick, and Gabe Lacey had a law enforcer gimmick. Grayson Lacey had ended up being rated as a legendary. It was kind of funny. Kind of comes into play towards the end of 2019. Jackson James defeated Myron Reed to retain, and Shane Strickland defeated Leo Rush in what we called a flippy match. Basically, any high spots match we call a flippy match. And then Shane beats down Leo after the match. Gauntlet did not do as well, and I think it's because I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll see what happened. Oh, it's because of Jackson James. Just wasn't as good. Benjamin opens up. David Starr has a new talk show called Talkin' Trailers because we gave him a trailer park trash gimmick, and yeah, so we gave him that talk show. And then Shellac defeats him again. Boo Sullivan defeated Anthony Lacerra. Leo Rush defeated HBK. The Lacey twins argue because I think Gabe tried to interfere. Slowly building up that teardown. Shane Strickland defeated Jackson James for the World Heavyweight title. Strickland stands tall over Jackson James, and a goodbye from Shelton. So Strickland becomes our champion, and this is when things start to go very well for us. But there's also some confusion. So I'll show you in a second. 44 rated Rise Up for Gold. Shelton Benjamin opens the show. They would start talking trailers with the Lacey twins. Jonah Rock debuts and defeats Gabe Lacey. Lacey's arguing. Gabe shoves Grayson. Grayson defeats Shellac. Leo Rush defeated Jackson James. The handshake. And Strickland defeats Donovan Dijak for the world title. And Dijak attacks Strickland. Again, another not so good show. I think Strickland was getting paid a lot at this point, and we couldn't afford to use him every show. And that's why every other show kind of gets a lower rating. But it was more than our popularity, and we should have been going up. But I actually had regional battles on, which I decided to turn off because I was getting stunted basically in growth, and I couldn't move up to small. So we're a little bit behind where we probably should be. We probably should have been small, around this time. But it just didn't work out that way. So we're at small now. We're a little bit behind, but we're really moving fast towards regional now. So of course we used Shellac a lot to get ratings and angles, and we still kind of do that. We don't do Shelton opening and closing the show anymore. It doesn't work. It would just bring our ratings down at this point. High Velocity, another okay show. Donovan Dijak defeated Lacerra. Dijak tells Gold he will be champion soon. At this point, Shane Strickland started to get upset, and we were kind of building up to a Dijak winning. So at Carnage, Shellac defeated HBK. Strickland says he has a surprise tonight. I don't remember what that was. Oh, no, Star, okay. Star had a surprise tonight, that's what it was. And then David Starr defeated Strickland for the world title. And it was because of an interference by JT Dunn. Strickland is furious because Strickland was furious in real life. I shouldn't say in real life, but backstage. But this show got 36. At Declaration, Shelton thanks God that even just one person arrived to the show. We had 100. They would start talking trailers with JT Dunn. That gets changed up a little bit. Leo Rush defeated Jonah Rock. Jonah destroys Leo after the match. JT Dunn defeated Gabe. Shellac defeated Shane. And David Starr defeated Grayson to retain the world title. At Do or Die, another 36. JT Dunn defeated Jonah Rock. Shelton opens the show. Starr and Dunn now host Juicy Trash Talk together. That lasts a really long time. Their guest was Jonah Rock. Kobe Carino defeated Stephen Wolf. Banks introduces himself to Gold, only to be interrupted by HBK. Banks defeats HBK Lacey, who has an up and down career, let's say. Schlack enters the ring, looking menacing, got a 53. Donovan Dijak defeated Brody King, Leo Rush, and Schlack in a do-or-die, it says slash feature fire, but do-or-die match. And Dijak celebrates while Brody King is escorted out of the building, because at that time, it was just, we had, quote-unquote, had two briefcases, but only one could technically be won. So Dijak won the world title briefcase, Brody King got the fired briefcase, and so he gets escorted out and fired. Shelton says goodnight, see you at Flipperversary, which is our biggest show of the year. The very first Flipperversary gets a 42. Stephen Wolf defeats Kobe Carino. Shelton Benjamin defeats Bo Sullivan. Shelton to open up the biggest show of the year when Stardust interrupted with juicy trash talk. Jonah menaces his way to the ring. Jonah Rock defeats Anthony Lacerra. The South Pacific Power Trip, which is Travis Banks and TK Cooper, defeat the Lacey Twins. The Lacey Twins argue and get into a shoving match when Gabe shoves Grayson out of the ring. Leo Rush defeated JT Dunn. Schlack and Claxton start the match by cutting their own foreheads. And Connor Clax defeats Schlack, and a fan brings the weapon match. Dijak defeated David Starr for the World Heavyweight title. Starr and Dunn tried to attack South Pacific Power Trip, but they failed. Dijak sneaks away with the title, and he would hold it for 17 months, and he is still holding it. Schlack and Claxton are still brawling through the crowd as the show goes off the air. Just something, basically for ratings. Unbreakable, Shelton says hello. Connor Claxton defeated Kobe. Juicy Trash Talk with Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate defeated Gabe Lacey. Lacey's continue to break down. Jonah Rock defeated Hartley Jackson for the GWA Openweight title, because at this time we started our alliance, which has brought in money for us. We have DDT, Impact, a couple Australian companies. So basically, we have a lot of people. I can't think of the other Japanese company that we have. We have DDT. There's one more that's like bringing in a lot of money, and I cannot remember which one it is. I'm sorry. I'll show it to you guys after this. Dijak defeated Leo Rush to retain the title. Dijak and Rush shake hands after the match, showing their found friendship. Basically because we meddled, and they had a strong friendship, so we kind of showed that. Pacific Power Trip defeated Juicy Product, and the Lacey's come in and try to take out both teams, ultimately fails, turns into a 3-team brawl, and Shelton announced a 3-way tag match for next month. And with Gold Reckoning, we had Juicy Trash Talk with Claxton. Jonah Rock defeated Boo Sullivan to retain. Jonah Rock menaced, saying he will be a double champion. Donovan Dijak defeated Connor Claxton. South Pacific Power Trip defeated Juicy Product and the Lacey Twins. The Lacey's break up and get into a huge fight all around the arena, which got a 50 for some reason. Shelton says goodbye. And at Mary Flipmas, David Starr defeated Stephen Wolf. Shelton Benjamin says, Merry Flipmas to all. The Juicy Product with guests HBK and Rocker. HBK super kicks Rocker through the set, of course, reminiscent of the barbershop in the 80s. And Schlack defeated Connor Claxton in a Monster Balls match. Leo Rush defeated JT Dunn. The Lacey's go one-on-one. HBK, of course, wins. Dijak defeated Travis Banks to retain, and TK comes out to take down Dijak. Juicy Product follow, and South Pacific Power Trip and Juicy P brawl while Dijak slips away again. And to all, a flip night. So now we get into 2019, and this is it really picks up in 2019. Like, this 43 is probably the lowest show you will see in 2019. So a new year of gold, Juicy Trash Talk with Shelton Benjamin. Tyler Bate defeated Stephen Wolf. Travis Banks defeats HBK. Leo Rush defeated Connor Claxton, and Dijak defeated Schlack. Claxton and Schlack go at it, declaring one last match between the two at Gauntlet, and then Sheldon says goodnight. At Gauntlet, Leo Rush defeated Travis Banks. Juicy Trash Talk with New York Connection turns into a brawl and a match. South Pacific Power Trip comes out and has a 3-team brawl. Connor Claxton defeated Schlack in a hardcore match. Claxton and Schlack seeing each other backstage, slam their heads through car window. Oh, that was supposed to be before the match, and I screwed that up. Dijak defeated the Rocker Gabe Lacey to retain. HBK comes out and kicks Gabe, says he has no right to be in this match, and he will take him to court. I tried to make that a catchphrase that did not stick. Shelton welcomes us to the biggest show of the spring. We knew Rise Up was going to be good at this point. Tyler Bate defeated Kobe Carino. Juicy Trash Talk with the openweight title holder Comandante Piroff. Grayson Lacey defeated Gabe Lacey. Gabe Lacey is escorted out of the arena. At this time, both of them got signed to Impact. Which, it's kind of funny, Grayson actually ends up leaving Impact because he didn't get along with the owner. Connor Claxton defeated JT Dunn. Piroff defeats Schlack by DQ to retain, and Schlack continues his onslaught. Leo Rush defeated Stephen Wolf. Rush and Wolf show mutual respect. Dijak defeated David Starr to retain. Sean says goodnight, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Death penalty, a 52. We had HBK, Grayson Lacey defeat David Starr. Eric Fenga debuts, says he has finally become a wrestler. Now the next step is to become a star. Stephen Wolf defeats Eric Fenga. Tommy End got signed at this point, defeats Jesse Vane, menaces after his first victory. Tyler Bate defeated Schlack by stoppage. Claxton menacing Banks before the match. Connor Claxton defeats Travis Banks. In our best match at the time, Tracy Williams defeated Commandante Piroff for the openweight title. Williams celebrates his debut title win. That's also his debut, that's right. Dijak defeated TK Cooper to retain. And Dijak stands tall, rolling all of gold. At High Velocity with a 46, Juicy Trash Talk with the fans' poor own. That's because Eric Fenga had the fans' own gimmick, but it was rated poor, so I kind of made fun of that, but it's actually rated average now, so he did a good job of bringing that back. Claxton defeated Kobe Carino. Claxton menace for ratings. Stephen Wolf defeated Grayson Michaels. Wait, was that on the last show? Oh yeah. I missed this. Juicy Trash Talk with Shawn Michaels announcing Grayson as his son. So yeah, Grayson Michaels is Shawn Michaels' illegitimate son. Tommy End defeated the New York Connection, sits down cross-legged after another victory. Juicy Product defeat Robbie Dynamite and Sticks for the tag titles of the Alliance. Tracy Williams sends out an open challenge for the openweight title. Leo Rush responds. Tracy Williams defeated Leo Rush to retain the GWA openweight title. And Dijak raises his gold the entire entrance, showing his long reign of gold. And Dijak defeats Tyler Bate. At Carnage, oh yeah, I missed something. Jonah Rock returns with full-blooded Australians, kind of like a play on the full-blooded Italians, and then they beat down Dijak. Claxton defeats Rush. Juicy Trash Talk with Kobe Carino. Alexis Kaufman debuts with her superstar Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne defeated Kobe Carino. Jonah Rock defeated Tyler Bates. Stephen Wolf defeated Grayson Michaels. So now we're having Grayson Michaels kind of like go on a losing streak after being announced as Shawn Michaels' son. New York Connection defeated the Juicy Product. And Fenga's promo is interrupted by Tommy End, and Tommy End defeats Eric Fenga. Tracy Williams issues an open challenge, and Adam Brooks comes from Australia to respond, but ultimately loses. Dijak defeats Travis Banks and TK Cooper, who are both part of the full-blooded Australians, along with Eric Fenga and Michael Carter. And Bate tries to run in for the save, but fails. So we're building up to a big Flipperversary 2 match. And oh yeah, they had Alan Payne win the openweight title, but he was awful, so I had Tracy Williams basically squash him. In a pre-show match, Kobe Carino defeats Grayson Michaels. Juicy Trash Talk with Dunn and Alexis. Tracy Williams defeats Stephen Wolf in an openweight title match. Travis Banks defeated Michael Carter by countout. Juicy Product. Oh, that's right. At this time, we were doing the do or die matches to see who will be in the match, and since they were both part of the full-blooded Australians, Michael Carter got himself intentionally counted out in like a minute, so I don't know how that match got a 45, but it did. So the Juicy Product defeated New York Connection to retain. Leo Rush defeated TK Cooper. Jonah Rock and Kiwi Connection defeated Donovan Dijak and Tyler Bate. FBA continued beat down Dijak and Bates when Leo Rush runs in for the save. Finally, they have kind of even odds, still a couple people down, and you'll see who that becomes soon enough. Claxton and Callahan stare down. Claxton defeats Sammy Callahan in a street fight. Shelton comes out to announce the final surprise participant in Do or Die, Shane Strickland, a man who left about a year ago at this point, and he will be the final 9th participant in the new setup of Do or Die next month. Pete Dunne comes out issuing a challenge for all comers. Tommy End responds and defeats him, continuing his winning streak. So at Do or Die, I am the boogeyman. I'm coming to get you. He starts against Grayson Michaels, defeating him. Juicy Trash Talk with Oishi demanding a rematch at Flipperversary for the tag titles, because Oishi had held the Cruiserweight title and the tag titles at this point for some reason. Tyler Bate defeated Oishi. Dunn says he should have been in the Cruiserweight title match, but he'll settle for one of the Aussies, so he defeats TK Cooper. Juicy Product defeated the Kiwi Connection. Connor Claxton defeated Jonah Rock and Stephen Wolf in a Do or Die match. Leo Rush defeated Jesse Vane and Shane Strickland in a Do or Die match. Tommy End defeated Anthony Lacerra and Travis Banks in a Do or Die match. So now there's 3 briefcases, and they get revealed at the beginning of Flipperversary. Tracy Williams defeated Dijak by countout, and then the FBA attacked Dijak. Williams helps Dijak though, so it's very close to even. There's one guy that's missing, and now you will see Flipperversary 2, biggest show of the year. Juicy Trash Talk with Zach Gibson. The Do or Die reveal. Claxton gets the openweight title shot. Rush gets the world title shot, which means End gets fired. Now, at this time, End was actually, we had a plan for End, but he actually ended up getting signed to a written deal at New Japan, and you'll see it kind of starts, it happened actually like after Meltdown 1, which we'll get to that. Dunn and Alexis come out saying how Dunn will prove he is the best right here at Flipperversary. Pete Dunne defeated Mark Haskins, Matt Riddle, and Zach Gibson in a technical masterclass match. Before Dunn and Alexis can leave, Gibson grabs a mic and says he'll be back for him. I actually forgot that I did that because it's been close to 6 months, maybe, and he's not back yet, but we'll now that I see that, we'll probably get him back here. New York Connection defeated Kobe Carino and Grayson Michaels. Claxton looks menacing carrying his openweight briefcase in the ring. Claxton defeated Stephen Wolf. The Christs are added to the Tag Team Championship bout. Ohio's for Killers defeated GC Product and Makoto Oishi and Tomomitsu Matsunaga for the tag team titles. Jonah Rock reminds Dijak he only has 4. Dijak says he has someone in mind. And Adam Brooks, a fellow Australian, returns to take on the full-blooded Australians and gets the win over them. Team Dijak celebrates to end the show. And then we decided, alright, we can do 2 shows a month now after Flipperversary and start moving on to bigger and better things. So, Meltdown 1, what happens? Martel and Taz open up the first ever Meltdown, excited for monthly TV besides events. New York Connection defeated Carino and Michaels. Stephen Wolf defeated Shelton Benjamin. Confrontation between two boogeymen. The boogeyman defeated the boogeyman WWE. So what happened here is WWE boogeyman comes out, confronts our boogeyman, and hands him worms, kind of like, hey, if you're gonna steal my gimmick, do it right. But then he takes the worms and he shoves them down WWE boogeyman's throat, and then beats him in a squash match, basically, because the boogeyman WWE isn't very good. And then I also do have him on Unbreakable as Marty Wright, saying he's going to be the GM, but he kind of just disappeared. It didn't really work out because he wasn't pulling in good enough ratings. But Rock tells Dijak he only won because of Nazi. Dijak says if Rock beats him tonight, he'll give him the title match at Unbreakable. Juicy Trash Talk with Leo Rush. David Starr defeated Shane Mercer. Tyler Bate defeated Travis Banks to retain the Cruiserweight title. There's brawl between Brooks, Bate, and South Pacific Power Trip. Kiwi Connection come out to help him. Rich Swann defeated TJ Wilson. Dunn and Alexis come out as Swann celebrates. Dunn enters the ring and attacks. Tracy doesn't care when or where Claxton wants to cash in. He will always be ready. Donovan Dijak drew with Jonah Rock because in the middle of the match the lights go out. When they come back on, 5 men surround the ring with paint and masks on. Enter, and they both get destroyed by this new Legion. So, at this point is when we find out Tommy End is going to go to New Japan, and Aleister, so he came back as Aleister Black leading the Legion, and so we had Grayson come out and say Aleister is actually Tommy End, who was fired, and sentences him to exile because he is quote-unquote the lawyer of Gold. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Jackson James makes a return to Gold. The crowd paused, but then gets destroyed by Dylan Miley. Kiwi Connection defeated Adam Brooks and Tyler Bate, and Juicy Trash Talk with Aleister Black. So he has brought in a GM. That didn't really happen. Everyone comes out from the locker room and beats the shit out of Aleister and Tommy. Tommy, I should say. The Ring Riders, which is Jake and Dave Christ, but we had them as the Ring Riders as part of Legion, defeat New York Connection. Dunn talks Alexis Sexy, because that's what gets ratings. Rich Swann defeated Pete Dunne. South Pacific Power Trip defeated Leo Rush and Stephen Wolf. TJ Wilson defeated Tracy Williams. Claxton tells Williams he is a failure for losing his title. He will beat Waterman easily. Riddle defeats Dijak by countout. Legion attacks Dijak say they have their true leader coming. Leo comes in to cash in the do-or-die briefcase. Legion stop him and beat him down. And so he still does have the World Championship briefcase. Meltdown 2. Miley defeated Shane Mercer. Kobe Carino and the Boogeyman defeated New York Connection. Michael Carter and Jonah Rock defeated Michael Dante and Mikey Whiplash, also a part of the Legion. Havoc is revealed as a true leader of Legion, makes an example of Dave Christ because Dave Christ signed a written deal with Global Force, so we had them kind of like reveal, okay, these are the Christs, not the Ring Riders, and then Dave Christ, beats him. We also gets beat up by everyone, including his brother Jake. Now Jake walks out on this match to get South Pacific Power Trip the World Tag Team titles of our alliance. Rich Swann defeated Stephen Wolf. TJ Wilson defeated Grayson Michaels. Tracy Williams challenges Claxton to a match at Reckoning for the open-weight briefcase. Eric Fanga defeated Tyler Bate for the Cruiserweight title. Dunn goes, hey, look at sexy Alexi. And then Pete Dunne defeated David Starr. At Reckoning, Jimmy Havoc defeated Kobe Carino. Michael Carter defeated the Boogeyman. Shane Mercer defeated Shelton Benjamin and Juicy Trash Talk with Jimmy fucking Havoc. Alexis says she has a sexy ass because when I recorded this, it happened right after TLC, and I guess Alexis said I have a cute butt or something, and one of my guys said I should have her do that on here. Pete Dunne defeated Rich Swann and TJ Wilson. Dylan Miley defeated Grayson Michaels. Eric Fanga promo about finally being a champion and how the full-blood Australians are taking over. Eric Fanga defeated Stephen Wolf to retain. Dylan Miley says there will be a reckoning of his own soon. Adam Brooks, Leo Rush, and Tyler Bate defeated Michael Dante, Mikey Whiplash, and Jay Christ. South Pacific Power Trip defeated Juicy Product to retain the World Tag Team titles. Dijak defeated Rock to retain the World Heavyweight title. Legion come out, full-blood Australians follow, and then finally Team Dijak. All three teams brawl. Connor Claxton defeated Tracy Williams in a ladder match to retain the open-weight briefcase. Meltdown 3, getting ready for Mary Flipmas. Shane Mercer defeated Jesse Bain. The Kingdom defeated Sex Demons, which is Kobe Carino and Boogeyman, because they have really good tag chemistry for some reason. GC Trash Talk with competitors. Dunn and Alexis Twerk. Dunn defeats TJ Wilson. Kiwi Connection want to prove to be the best part of full-blood Australians. Defeats Adam Brooks. Flip Gordon defeated Stephen Wolf. At this point, Jonah was injured in a match in another company, so they wish him a speedy recovery. Dylan Miley defeated the Juicy Product by stoppage. Menaces got a 77, and Rich Swann defeated Donovan Dijak. That's probably the best match Rich Swann ever had as part of Gold. Mercer defeats Finn, Juicy Product defeats Sex Demons, Jonah Rock and Mike Carter defeated Jimmy Havoc and Tracy Williams. Stephen Wolf defeated Flip Gordon, Anthony Lucera, and Tyler Bate. Fanga and Carter talk about their Cruiserweight title reign. Fanga defeats TJ Wilson. TJ Wilson was kind of brought in to put people over, so. Adam Brooks defeated Grayson Michaels. South Pacific Power Trip defeated the Kingdom. Jake Chris defeated Leo Rush. Dunn says he will stop this monster Miley while Alexis struts her stuff. Dylan Miley defeats Pete Dunne. Miley goes to leave, but Tracy comes out. They have a stare down, basically setting up for our biggest match ever at setting the standards. Claxton defeated Takumi Hanjo for the World Openweight title. Then Dijak defeats Rich Swann to retain the title. John Rock stands over Dijak, but Havoc comes out and takes everyone out in the ring. And moving on to the current year, 2020. Had some changes. Dijak defeated Lucera, Dunn defeated Vane. Oh, this is our pre-show is better than our actual show. Schlack returns saying that Shelton's kind shouldn't be running Gold. Schlack has a Nazi gimmick. Shelton Benjamin defeats him. Fanga and Carter are tired of losing their Cruiserweight title, so they will run through the alliance. DDT has a tendency to keep taking the title away from me, and we'll go over that in a little bit. The Kiwi Connection defeated Sex Demons, and then they debut their victory dance, which actually Fanga has really good skills, so it kind of works. Kingdom come out tired of being pushed down in Gold, want to face the champs again. They lose. Juicy Trash Talk with Shelton. Jimmy Havoc defeated JT Dunn. Havoc introduces newest member of the Legion, Darby Allin, who has quickly become probably one of the best wrestlers in our company as he defeats Leo Rush there. Setting the standards was a really big event for us. We had some kind of just random matches to get everyone booked. Flip Gordon defeated Adam Brooks in a really good match. The Kiwi Connection dance. Kiwi Connection defeated Juicy Product. Dunn comes talking the talk. Alexis comes walking the walk. Pete Dunne defeated Leo Rush. Connor Claxton defeated Jake Chris to retain the World Openweight title. Darby Allin defeated Rich Swann. Chosen Bros defeated the South Pacific Power Trip by DQ. And Mylene Williams stared down. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. Somehow, Chosen Bros ended up with the titles, even though they won by DQ. I don't know how that happened. Tracy Williams defeats Dylan Miley, but it's by countout. Diamond Dijak defeats Jimmy Havoc and Jonah Rock to retain. And then gets to Meltdown 5. We decide to have a Mid-Atlantic Championship tournament / Gold's Finest Cup champion or tournament. So Tyler Bate defeated David Starr in an upset. Eric Fanga defeated Rich Swann. Fanga dancing the night away. Leo Rush defeats Adam Brooks. Claxton, Menace, Scary. Jonah Rock defeated Connor Claxton. TK Cooper defeated Flip Gordon. Tracy Williams defeated Darby Allin. Travis Banks defeated Jake Christ. Alexis introduces your next Mid-Atlantic champion, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne defeats TJ Wilson. At Gauntlet, we had some okay matches. This is the debut of Michael Howell. We call it Sex in the City, kind of taking the place of Juicy Trash Talk. Michael Carter, one of our other guys, defeats him. Sex Demons defeat Juicy Product. Jake Christ defeats Stephen Wolf. And Shane Mercer defeats TJ Wilson. Which after this match, Jake Christ signed a written deal with Lucha Underground as opposed to Global Force, which had his brother on it. By the way, we're on ESPN since Meltdown 4. I forgot to mention that. And also Gauntlet got a 72. Where we got? Okay, Donovan Dijak defeated Jimmy Havoc to retain the World Heavyweight title. That opens the card just because we had a bunch of other good stuff. Dylan Miley attacks Dijak. New York Connection defeated the Kingdom. Christopher Daniels has a retirement speech, and Adam Brooks defeats Christopher Daniels. Darby Allin defeated AR Fox in, I think, our best match ever. Jonah Rock defeated Tyler Bate. Fanga tries to get Banks to join him dancing. Banks is having none of it. They're part of the same, the same stable, full-blooded Australians, but Banks kind of is like, the hell are you doing, Fanga? So, Fanga loses that match to Travis Banks. Sexy Alexi introduces the best wrestler in the world, Pete Dunne, once again. Pete Dunne defeated Leo Rush, and then TK Cooper defeated Tracy Williams to move on in the tournament. So, Tyler Bate defeated TJ Wilson. New York Connection defeated Jimmy Havoc and Schlack. Adam Brooks defeated Stephen Wolf. Dylan Miley defeated Michael Carter, got a 71. Sex in the City with Alexis Kaufman. Pete Dunne not happy. Flip Gordon defeated Michael Howell. Eric Fanga dance special. Juicy Product went to a double DQ with the Kingdom. Pete Dunne defeats Jonah Rock in the semifinals to move on to the finals, and TK Cooper beats his tag partner Travis Banks to move on to the finals as well. And at Rise Up, a lot of pre-show matches, including Alexis Kaufman defeating Michael Howell in a bra and panties match. Michael Howell got a 6 in ring because no one wants to see Michael Howell in bra and panties, even though he has 100 sex appeal, but still got 56 because of Alexis. Shane Mercer defeated Flip Gordon, and Leo Rush defeated Tsukamoto for the Cruiserweight title. Tracy Williams gets interrupted by Havoc. For some reason that did really bad. I don't know why, but their match did good, 61. Adam Brooks defeated Rich Swann, got a 71, and then Juicy Product went to a no contest with the Chosen Bros, got a 71. Connor Claxton defeated Darby Allin, got a 74. Fanga tries to get Nakamura to dance with him. Eric Fanga defeated Nakamura for the openweight title. Miley menaces on his way to the ring, and Donovan Dijak is able to defeat Miley to retain for the 17th straight month. Pete Dunne defeated TK Cooper for the Gold's Finest and Gold Mid-Atlantic titles. And then some post-show stuff that didn't do as well. It was just to get everyone on the card. So, let me see where I'm at. I am at 45 minutes. This has already been a long talking session, but I will go into the Alliance a little bit more. Absolute Intense, AAW, DDT, Impact. Oh yeah, AAA. AAA is the other one that makes us a lot of money. MCW, NGW, Southside, Crash, and WPWA is another Australian company that got created. As far as titles go, let me see here. We have Leo Rush is our Cruiserweight champion. As you can see, all the DDT guys that have taken it from us. We do have a women's title. It's Luvia. She's defended it 8 times. She's held it the whole time since August 2019. The World Openweight title is held by Eric Fenga. Hartley Jackson was the first. You can see all the people that have taken it. You know, Alan Payne, Mitch Waterman, Hanjo. So, and the World Tag Team title, which hasn't been too bad. David Starr and JT Dunn did lose to the Frustrators, but you know, Dave Chris and Jake Chris had it. And then Cooper and Banks had it for a while before losing to the Chosen Bros. So there you have it. That's our company. I'm going to start uploading from this point all of my streams for TEW. This is just a catch-up video, and I know it's long, but it's worth it. So be ready to see some TEW on this channel, and I'll see you guys later.